Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching today. Today is day 5 of the 10 Times Rule by Grant Cardone. So I'm going to kind of recap a lot of the things over the last couple of days. And I know I did it in 5 days. This book should have been a lot longer, but I didn't want to keep you too long into like 2-week program. I wanted you to really read this book. So if you get it, hopefully the things that I'm talking about the last 2 days have got you interested in this book. Because if you want to just take massive action, if you just want to get to the, not just the next level, the 10 times level, this is a great book to motivate you. And then the videos, if you get on YouTube, Grant's got awesome videos. I've watched many of them. There's more I still have to watch. And he's got a lot of great celebrities and business people that follow him and watch him and participate in his seminars when he can do seminars again. So great book. But today I'm going to, again, put my real estate twist on it and give you a little tough love with some things. And I might say some things that are just not really contradictory of what I've been saying, but some things you got to do first before you do other things. Like an example, well, let's talk about massive action that Grant refers to in the book. It's like everything is always in motion. He uses the example like kids in a playground. Like when you're a kid, you're always in motion. The earth's always in motion. Energy's always moving. There's something always doing. So you have to feel that you should always be moving. But some people that are not successful are not moving and using their energy in the right way. They are using it in areas, just relaxing, doing nothing. Spending time with family and friends is important, but are you spending too much time? There's my tough love. Are you spending too much time? Is it taking you away? Because this is the next thing that kind of controversial of what I'm saying is that work-life balance does not matter. Does not matter until you take massive action. Some people are thinking work-life balance. They're thinking of that first. It's kind of like putting the cart before the horse. You got to work. You got to take massive action. And in my opinion, until someone calls you a workaholic, until someone says, "Oh my gosh, you're missing a party, or you're missing this, you're not spending enough time," until you have a reaction, something like that, then you start thinking of work-life balance. So some people are like, "Well, let me schedule this. Let me make sure I'm balancing life." You really got to kind of like kickstart everything, take a massive movement, massive action first before you start balancing it and organizing it. The people that I really admire, respect, I want to really understand this because I don't have, I work a lot and have done a lot in 28 years in real estate and spent a lot of time working on things, but I've never had that elite kind of like Olympian type mentality. Have you ever known a person like that, or have you read stories or seen a documentary about someone kind of like, let's use an example, someone that's trying to get to the Olympics, an Olympic skater. I'll just use that as an example. You've heard those stories that they get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. They drive, or they get their parents, because they're usually younger, driving them at 4 o'clock in the morning to get their only ice time that they can at a place that's like 3 hours away or an hour away, wherever. And then they work hard and they spend time. The whole family dedicates their days, their time to get their children, because usually they're children that are in that, I'll say figure skaters, so they could get to their dream. And they're like blinders on. There's nothing else in their life. They eat a certain way, they do a certain thing. Their schedule is so rigid for years. There's no going to here, there's no going to there, there's no doing this. They're just focused on that one goal that they have. The good news is you don't have to be like that to be successful in real estate. You don't have to give up anything. Give up some time, but you don't have to give up, your family, your friends for years. So that kind of dedication it's so interesting to me. I really want to someday, that's what part of my retirement plan is. I want to meet people. I want to, the successful people, that list of if you could have lunch with 20 people, who those 20 people would be? Those extreme successful people in anything in life. It could be relationships, it could be business, it could be athletics, it could be an Olympian. Those type of personalities are an extreme. You don't have to be that extreme. You could still have work-life balance. You don't have to give up. You don't have to sacrifice as much as some other people have to do to get to their dream, to get to whatever success they are. And also with businesses, take massive action, risk. I've talked about this before. This is my opinion. Anybody watching is this. My opinion is take massive action, take the time in real estate to earn the money, but don't give up anything else. Don't give up your day job. Don't give up other income to do this full time until you do it once or get to a level that you're matching your income. There's lots of debates. You might talk to different coaches, different people in real estate. That's my opinion. If you say, example, I want to minimally I'm making, say, $50,000 a year at my current job. Don't give up that job until you make $50,000 in real estate. So you made $100,000 a year in 1 year, then go back to the 50,000 or springboard from there. So any new agents or any agents out there that are doing this part-time and you want to get to the next level, that's my suggestion. Do not give up anything until you've made it once. You're going to have to work. I remember once when I got into real estate and I met one of the top producers of Century 21. It was actually one of the top companies in Century 21. They were 5 years in a row, top Century 21 offices. And that back then, I had about 90 agents. Now we have over 450 agents. But at that time, I was asking him, well, what can you do? What can I do to get to that level? And he was joking with me, but he said this. He said, pack a lunch and bring a flashlight with you, because you're not going to have time to go to lunch, and you're going to be working way into the night, and you better need a flashlight to get out of the office. So that was his advice, knowing that basically he was telling me, and I've always remembered that, is that to get to that level, you're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to spend more time. You're going to have to sacrifice some things in life to get to that level. But the great thing about real estate, it's a business that you can do almost anywhere. I mean, you got to show houses, buy houses, but someday if you have a team of agents, you could be that rainmaker. You could be that person that is available, that you have buyer's agents, you have listing agents, you're just the ringleader, and you're going to spend a lot of time, but you don't have to be physically at a lot of places. We have the technology there. So that's I'm kind of getting off tangent there, but these are ideas that you could grow your business to a certain level and still not sacrifice as much as you want. But that's my tough love. You got to sacrifice now. You got to take massive action. You have to spend more time now so you could kind of cut it back first. Don't think about work-life balance until you really need to. You're missing things. Because some people are putting work-life balance now. My opinion, think about massive action first, then balance it after that. An example Grant uses in his book he uses a Starbucks example of something that they did during the downturn. One of the things that he mentioned is that really one of the things that they did during the 2008 downturn, people are cutting back on costs. They were worried that obviously people might not be spending that $8 or whatever it is on a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Sorry, not a coffee drinker, so I don't know exactly how much it costs. But obviously Starbucks makes it through different economies. But the CEO of Starbucks went around and going to different locations, talking to the employees, talking to the customers to sharpen his sword, to make sure he knew what his customers wanted all the time. So as the point I'm getting to is, as you grow, if the economy turns, if the things turn, you always got to be sharpening your sword. You got to figure out what your customers want, your clients want, how to get referrals. Always be learning. always be ready to do something different in the aspect of your business, to find business. Because, like, example, sometimes agents, all of a sudden had this lead source somewhere. There's agents out that are paying for some leads, Zillow, OpCity, they're paying for homes.com, whatever. And then all of a sudden they change I've seen this happen over the last, say, 10 years. Then they change their business, how they do things with their leads, and then their leads go down. Always cultivate your work. Always cultivate your sphere. Always cultivate your customers. Always touch base with them. That's the point. Another point I'm getting to with the Starbucks. The CEO went out and started talking to his customers, the actual customers of Starbucks, talking to the business owners, talking to the franchise owners to find out what they can do to succeed. That's what you can do with your clients. Right now, you could be your past clients, your sphere. What can you do? Do you need any help in real estate? Can I help? You are their trusted advisor in real estate. People's lives change. It can be at any minute. People sometimes say, I rarely have seen someone say, 3 years and 5 days from now, I'm going to be buying a house. And then exactly 3 years and 5 days, okay, it's time to buy a house. It rarely happens that way. Sometimes it happens with, empty nesters, but they say, hey, when my last child's done with college, moves out of the house, I'm going to do that. When I retire, but sometimes people retire to stay and work a few more years or retire a little bit early. Some people, when they get married and they're renting, and all of a sudden say, when we start a family, we're going to buy a bigger house, be a first house, and all of a sudden the family starts early. So always be contacting to make sure that your customers, your future customers, every single person that you talk to is a future customer. Remember that. Make sure, call them, see if they need help with anything, see if they want to know about real estate, see if they want to know what's buying, what's selling and on the market in their area, so that whenever they buy, they could see what kind of things are going on with the market in their area. So always be touching base with your future customers. Do you get those emails? Do you get those mass texts from something that you're using, or a store or a product or Amazon? Do you get those things, recommendations of things that you've bought? They know, they're just seeing if you might be interested. Hey, are you interested in this? Are you interested in this? Hey, get 20% off this. They're always doing that. You can do that in real estate too. You just have to decide how often to do that. Hey, are you interested in real estate? You got to stay in touch with your sphere. So basically, I'm going to wrap this up today and explain that my opinion is that with the successful agents that I've seen out there, this is kind of the tough love, have sacrificed so much. And if you're a successful agent watching this video, you know how much you've sacrificed to start. And if you're at that level, anybody watching this, if you're at that level where you're like, wow, I can't believe the amount of hours I used to put in back then, but now I'm at this level here, that's a great place to be in. That's where if you're listening and you're starting, that's where you want to be. You're like, now I got to that level. I'm successful in my level I want to be at. Now it's never on autopilot. There's no such thing as autopilot, but you could balance. You could balance more because you've done it already. You've got there. You got to that level. Now you could be work-life balance. You could start a team. You could delegate. You got to do it by yourself once. You got to do it by yourself. Be the CEO, the CFO, the COO, the janitor. You got to be all the people in your business. You can do it, and that's the beauty of real estate. Coming from myself, I've had other business. I don't have any other businesses now. I love real estate. That's it. But I ventured in other businesses, and being in real estate is so much better than any other business I was ever in, could even think of, because you have to rely on so many other people and some other businesses. But in real estate, you can do it all yourself. You could, from start to finish, you could be the person that brings it in and closes it. So you are in total control of your actual business. Talk to other business owners. You might be a business owner. You might own other businesses or be involved in other businesses. Imagine I'm sure there's things where you have to rely on a few other people or many other people to keep a customer happy. You can't do it all yourself. In real estate, you can. That's the beauty of what we do. So you have total control of how your customers are from start to finish. You have total control of your marketing. You have total control of your budget. You have total control of your delegation of what you do and what your time is. It's a beautiful thing. If you're OCD, ADD, this is the perfect business to be in. You're the only person that could take the credit for your success, and you're the only person that could take the credit for your failures. If you do it, there's no excuses there. So that's it for today. I'll leave on that note. Remember, please use me as a resource. I'm happy to get anybody coaching. I have dozens and dozens of agents that I coach once a week, 20-minute call, kind of see what's going on, how to move you to the next level, where you're at. I got a call right after this. So if you have any need for that, reach out to me, no matter what company you are. I just love doing that every day. So call me, text me, email me, instant message me, whatever's the easiest for you. So that's it for today, Friday. I will be working this weekend on figuring out what the next step is from here, what the next book is that I'm going to be going over to help you achieve your success in real estate. So look for my new post, and probably be early on Monday morning of the new book. So that's it. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend, and I hope very soon I see many of you very soon. Bye-bye.